Hi everyone, thank you for joining our Agrimaster tutorial. Today we'll be going through GST report and its analysis for business activity statement in Agrimaster. So let's jump right in. Start by going into our cash book from the home screen and then going into reports, going into tax reports, and there we are. So right on the top, you've got a couple of GST reports that are very useful, and then also right at the bottom. The one at the bottom might not be available on some of the files, depending on your own cash or accrual setup. If you're not sure about that, you can discuss that with us in CS, but basically some of these reports might not be available to you or grayed out to you, depending if you're an accruals customer or a cash customer. But these one on above will always be available. So let's have a look. I will start with the first one, which is GST full report and GST summary by code. Both of them have their own use, mostly for troubleshooting and reconciliation when you're closing your BAS. Also, if you click on one of these reports, let's click on this one, on the right side, you would see the orientation, which is based on your liking, if you like it in portrait or landscape, and then also the order that you like. So some people like record numbers, some people like name on the transaction, some people like the date of the GST payments, and some people like it by code or reference. So you can choose this. This is quite a detailed filter depending on your liking. You can pick whichever one you like. So I'm just going to stick to the record number just for this experiment, for this example. All right, let's just run the first report. And it's giving us an option that we haven't closed this BAS, so this is still an open BAS, so which means it's a draft. You're okay to run it? Yes, I am. And it's giving us a reminder that these reports and these reports are proportional with the code setup, whether what kind of GST you've set up on the codes. Yeah, it's fine. I don't want to double check it. And then it's giving me these transactions that is an issue. So it's not going to even let me open this GST report because it's got two transactions where GST is partially recorded. So these two transactions, as I can see, 33218 and 33220, I have multiple splits on these transactions, and these splits are under suspense. So it's not, if this was a whole transaction under suspense, it'll still let me run it. But if it's got one split in a transaction that's not recorded properly, it can't calculate the right GST on that specific transaction, which is why it gives us this error. So I'm just going to go out and look at these two quickly, 33218 and 33220. Go back to cash book, transactions, and I can run these filters on the top. So 33218 and 33220. So I've got that one there, to edit that transaction. And then number 24, I can see it's on suspense, so I'm just going to code it sharing and press the green tick. And that's all good. Let's look for 33218 and run those filters on the top to sorry, 33218, that one there. Open that. First or second of them was on suspense. I can see it, number 4. So you can just write these ones down and just go into your cash book and just run those filters on the top and then change them accordingly. Let's call it hey contract, same as the above, and that's it. We're done with this. So this should allow us to run that report now. So cash book, report, tax report, and go back to GST full report. I'll select by record, press the green tick. Draft, yes, I'm happy with the draft. Yes, I've checked all the codes. And these ones, now these are different to the previous notification. This notification is saying that these transactions are not coded at all. They are under suspense. And I can see that they are wages codes. So I might actually look at them afterwards. So I'll still run my report. So let's go yes. But it's very important to be mindful of these notifications because that might interfere with your reporting. Okay, there we go. It's a long report, as I can see on the top, 23 pages. I can print this report. I can zoom in and zoom out, or I can find specific transaction record number on this report. So these are the little tools on the top that you can use based on what you're trying to achieve with this report, or you can just go one by one, just keep checking your GSTs whether you've claimed them properly. All right, let's just look at the first one. I can see all these debits, which means they are being, so it's on the taxable supplies, standard G1. Look, as you can see on the right side, G1, G1 and G2, this is based on ATO's recommendations of the codes. So it's very, very aligned with the ATO's way of reporting, and that's why it is a little bit complex but not very hard to understand. So G1, I can see all the payments, so this GST is going to be debited, so this is the GST that I've collected on all my income, which means I need to pay this to the ATO in this quarter, which is 45,675.31. So that's all of my GST collected. Further down, this says exported supplies. So if I've done any exports, no, I haven't collected any GST in exports, which could have been a different rate. Input tax supplies, so G1 to G4, again it totals it, all the total debit. So if I go on the next page, it's going to give me another total, same with the previously included total, again as per ATO recommendation. Then financials, you need to report your financials separately, which will not be GST incurred, but it needs to be separate. I don't have any transactions in this quarter. Salaries and wages, again they have to be reported as wages, and we'll do a separate video on that where you can see PAYG reports and GST free supplies. And then you've got private claims, which is your drawings, so there's no claim on those. And you can keep going, so that GST free, which is also kind of no claim, but depending on how you want to report it with the ATO. Keep going. No claim, GST free, it just keeps going and gives you all these different, so salary and wages, which is not part of GST, but it's giving it to you because you haven't paid GST on those. So GST debit, GST credit, it will run all of those reports for you. So you can see debits and credits. Now go all the way to the end. So this is where you check each transaction. You can check the record numbers and dates. You can do your reconciliation. Then we have capital acquisitions, which is G11 of your ATO, which is any capital purchase you've done under $1,000. So anything you purchase under $1,000 is instant asset write-off, which is something your accountants feel, but that's why it's reported separately, so where you can very easily record it. And then finally, you've got capital acquisitions over $1,000, which is G10. And in this case, we've got 598985, which will be my GST refund for this quarter, because I paid that GST, I'll collect it back. Okay, and then keep going. So we've got GST free acquisitions again, G11 to G14. So these are combinations of different codes, GST codes. And based on whatever you would need to do your ATO reporting for GST, it's got all of those combinations. So you can run this report all the way to the end. I'm just going to go through quickly with all the dates, and in the end, you've got your total. So this gives you this one here, that's your GST remitted. And these are just adjustments that have been made. So it also gives you the adjustments at the rate of private use, 50% for Aussie broadband, internet, and things like those. So this is also pretty good report when you're doing your ATO reporting. So again, and then finally you've got your last page of the report, last 2 or 3 pages, which will just summary it down for you. So it's just giving me all of my G1 here, G10. Capital acquisitions, other acquisitions is G11, and then I've got total acquisitions, so just total of these, and then I've got non-creditable acquisitions 13, 14, and 15, which is G16. It's the sum of these 3, and then I've got creditable acquisitions 12 to 16, that is G17, 12 and 16. And then finally, I've got net GST payable, which is your total GST acquisitions divided by 11. So all of these are GST inclusive. So this is how you would report it into your transactions. GST inclusive number, and the software is doing the calculations for the GST. So it's just dividing that amount by 11, and it's finally calculating your total G9 to G20, which is 20,175. That's the net GST payable. And then finally, you've got some other different breakdowns, again depending on how ATO has you have to report it in the BAS, so G1, G2, G3, G10. So basically the idea is it's got all of these different kind of filters and different kind of reporting to give you the exact amount that you should be paying to the ATO. And if you see any issues with this reconciliation before you close your BAS, you can go through the codes, make sure all the codes have the right GST reporting on them, and they've been coded correctly to each transaction. that's that report. Another one that I'll quickly go through is the summary by code. This is also an interesting report. So yes, and it'll give me these 3 transactions. Ideally, I should not, basically should be being very mindful of these transactions. You should make sure that they're all looked at. So I'll run this report without looking at those. And again, this is just another variation of that same report. So you've got your total GST, including GST numbers for all of your income. So this is all the GST that you have collected on behalf of the government. No exports, input supplies, and then finally keep going down. This is just a bit easier report. It's not that detailed, but still gives you quite an easier report to see. And then you've got all the totals as you would like, which you need. So G10, G11, all of those are still there. G10 to G14, which again, based on ATOs. And then finally, you've got your total GST remitted on this report. Okay, so these are the 2, and then you can save it as a PDF. You can also print it. You can email it to your accountant for double checking or to your BAS agent. And also you can do the printing from here. So these are the 2 very important GST reports. Then there's other stuff, view and print GST corrections. So any corrections you've made in after closing that transaction. So once you've reconciled the transaction, if you've made any corrections, they'll all fall into this from the previous January to March corrections. Just GST reconciliation and GST adjustments. Adjustments is again the same thing. Reconciliation and GST balance. This one's also an interesting report. I won't go through it because it'll take a lot of time. But basically you can do a running balance of GST. Each transaction by transaction finally gives you your GST remitted. So that's just a brief summary on how to run these GST reports. We will be going through other videos where we'll go through wages, withholding, fuel, and finally all the combination of that into BAS view and BAS close. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you need more information, please have a look at our Help Center articles or book one-on-one consulting and training sessions with our team. We do them extensively for each part of Agrimaster or each feature of Agrimaster. If you don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great day.